Yo, the topic of this video is going to be about being a conqueror. You have to be a conqueror. That is so important. Whoever you are is watching this video, you have to be a conqueror. I know for sure me, when I was a lot younger, I was pretty much turned into a beta male, an emasculated man, a man that has no combat ability, a man that is very much weak and submissive. Whoever you are is watching this video, you have Genghis Khan here, guys. As you can see, guys, let me tell you a story about when I was younger, guys. I'm Genghis Khan. Guys, when I was a lot younger, guys, there was an evil tribe near my village, blah, 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 and they tried to steal my daddy and my grandpa, my mama, and they kidnapped my wife and stuff, and I had to go after them, and I had to shoot arrows at them, guys. And guys, I'm Genghis Khan, guys, and there was a big fat war going on, guys, and I had to use all my mental powers and energies and my strategic thinking, and I destroyed the enemies, and I took the women away, and I broke other people's lands, and I conquered civilizations and empires. And guys, I'm Genghis Khan, guys. Can you tell, guys? I got this hat, guys, and I was killing the enemy, and I was taking the women's, and I was doing all these insane things, and I'm a conqueror, guys, and I've been doing these things, and I was a conqueror, guys. I'm Genghis Khan, guys. I led the Mongols, I beat everyone up. Yeah. To become a conqueror, a Genghis Khan-like person, someone that is very aggressive, someone that is a rule maker, someone that determines his or her own destiny, you have to be a conqueror. The topic of this video is going to be about being a conqueror. Isn't it quite amusing, especially nowadays, that a lot of us young men or women, whoever you are is watching this video, a lot of us, we are kind of emasculated. I think that's just a consequence of being a civilization, a society. You tend to just become more emasculated. You don't, because when you're in a civilization, a society, there's no real any major existential threats, and so you're more emasculated. You're not as aggressive as you should be. You're not as masculine. You're not as full of testosterone. You're not as intimidating as you should be. Because we're in a society and whatever and stuff. Typically, when we're in societies, you typically, especially men, we tend to become emasculated. Because when you're in a society and there's not a war going on, it's there's no practical reason to be aggressive, and so a lot of us men tend to just get emasculated, and we tend to kind of fatten up and develop man boobs and eat garbage food that kind of lowers our testosterone, makes our dick smaller. Being a conqueror, obviously not in a literal sense, although you can see it in a literal way. You might go to jail if you, not in a literal sense, but I mean in a more I guess metaphorical sense, related to business and life and whatever in general. Having a conqueror's mindset that you want something and you just go and take it through whatever means, through perhaps violent means. You got the goal of becoming successful. You got some sort of business idea in your head. You do that, you accomplish that through a conqueror's mindset. You try and take what you want through male aggression. Guys, I'm Genghis Khan, guys. When I was little, I was taught how to shoot arrows at my enemies, and I conquered land, and I stole women. I had thousands of concubines, and I was breeding entire lineages and new generations of people. And guys, did you know that nearly a quarter, maybe not a quarter, maybe more than that, there's a big fat percentage of my bloodline still continues. I have so many descendants, guys. If you're a human being, you probably have some parts of my blood in you. Because guys, I did so much raping when I was younger. I was so ferocious in battle. I took so many women, I banged them up, and I made so many babies, guys. And that is me, Genghis Khan, guys. I think if there had to be a real life Thanos, that would be me, guys. I'm Genghis Khan, guys, and I did all these insane things, and I led into battle, and I killed people. Guys, who else banged so many women that there's an entire new generation of people now? Who else in history did that except Genghis Khan, of course? Male will, the will to power, which is so powerful in and of itself. That is so important, guys. The will to power. Touching on a little bit of Friedrich Nietzsche's Übermensch philosophy, but it does kind of go into that as well. Being a conqueror, that is so important. That you don't just become a pushover, someone that's is passive, someone that just kind of allows himself or herself to just to be a victim of his or her surroundings and environment. you take control of your life, you take control of your surroundings, you be a conqueror, you develop a strong mindset like a conqueror would. You have like a Genghis Khan mindset that you're in control, everything's going according to your whims and desires, and you're in control, and everything's like going to be done according to your commands and wishes and will. Being a conqueror is so important, and because if you're not going to have like that mindset that yes, I'm a conqueror, I'm in control of my own destiny, I'm a rule maker, if you don't have that mindset mentality, you know what's going to happen. You're probably going to become a victim of other people, of your surroundings and environment. A lot of us, when we're younger, we tend to be pushovers. We develop this mindset that we need to follow the leader. There's someone else that we need to like go behind and try and follow and trace his footsteps, his or her footsteps, especially when you're young in school. As you get older, a lot of us, we still carry the same mindset and mentality that we need to follow other people. We need to submit, especially when you're younger. I know, remember when I was little, went to school, pretty much you had to submit to the teacher, listen to what the teacher says. You couldn't be aggressive, you couldn't be like confrontational, you couldn't be masculine, you couldn't be like an independent male. You had to like sit down on a chair, crush your testicles into your little school pants and listen to what the teacher says. Probably the fat, obese teachers. I know when I was younger, especially if you're from the UK, the teachers in the primary and the secondary schools tend to be very obese, and they tend to be like very emasculating. They tend to like... Guys, when I was younger, guys, my wifey got stole by a foreign enemy tribe, and I had to go chase after her, guys, and I was getting beat up all the time, guys. Life was so difficult, and I was sold into slavery, maybe, perhaps, and so much bad stuff was happening to me, guys, and basically, guys, I had to fend for my life, guys, and I had to fight for what's right, and I did that, and I'm all the way out now, guys, and I'm here to tell you guys, I'm here to tell you guys that you have to fight for what's right. You have to fight for your life, guys. If you don't do that, you get conquered by the enemy tribe, and they take everything that you have, and they steal your women's, and they make the babies, and you just die. Your bloodline ends and stuff, and that's why you have to be super duper tough like me, guys, Genghis Khan, guys. And you have to go out into battle, and you have to steal and rape and kill people and take concubines and sleep with dozens of attractive women and make dozens of babies, guys, because that's what's really popping, guys. Look, guys, look at that, guys. I'm Genghis Khan, guys. Look, that's what's really super duper popping, guys. And I killed somebody. Want to like squeeze your neck around and beat you? I don't know. Maybe some, perhaps they don't. A lot of them might not be that aggressive. But I know when I was younger, when I used to go to school, a lot of fat teachers, fat depressing teachers, and they would be a little bit condescending. Perhaps a lot of the times they would tend to be like very violent and aggressive as well. I remember when I was younger, a lot of kids, they would like be a little bit pranky, bully. Like, they would kind of like tease the teacher, and they would get like, you know, excluded and whatever. That used to be like very amusing when I was like a lot younger, when I used to go to primary school, secondary school in the UK. But being a conqueror is so important, that you develop that mindset and mentality that you're a conqueror, you're a rule maker, you're not a passive, submissive, like sort of like an emasculated male. You actually have like combat ability. You can say no to people. You can actually be aggressive and confrontational. That is so important as a man, that you actually have that in you, that you're aggressive, you're confrontational, you're not just a pushover. You know what I mean? A lot of us now, we tend to be like very much pushovers. We don't want to like be caught in too much controversy. I think that obviously within reason, and obviously I think this is why you should, as a young man, get into like weight training in combat sports, developing like your physical health, your physical like capabilities as a man, and the fit and like the combat ability skills, like knowing how to throw a punch. That's so important, because in life, if you're not willing to be confrontational, to be aggressive, to be demanding and controlling, you're gonna be like probably a victim yourself. You're probably just gonna be a pushover. You're gonna be like a doormat. People are just gonna start to walk over you, because you're not willing to like be confrontational, to be aggressive, which is very much what a man needs in his life. That is like the male essence. It's all about being confrontational, aggressive, violent, a revolutionary. That is what masculine energy is all about. But a lot of people, they're like very much pushovers. They just let other people walk all over them. No, you have to be strong, assertive, masculine, confrontational, aggressive. That is the masculine. Guys, do you know that in Mongolia they ride horses that are like so tiny, little pony horses, guys? And I was riding a little tiny pony horse, guys, in Mongolia, and I was like going to China and killing Chinese people, guys, because I'm Genghis Khan, guys, and I was doing that, and I was like stealing women away, and I was banging them up and making babies, guys, and I made entire bloodlines, guys. New generations of people come through my personal loins and my little meat, my meat sausage roll and whatever. And I put so much out there, guys, with my pee-pee. Took so many women away and banged them up, guys, and that is me, Genghis Khan, guys. Half of the people alive today come from my bloodline and my genealogy. Isn't that quite insane, guys? Isn't that insane? Almost half the people alive today, maybe perhaps a little bit more, or maybe a little bit less, they come from my bloodline. Chinggis Khan. Guys, it's not Genghis Khan, it's Chinggis Khan. Chinggis Khan. Not Genghis Khan, Chinggis Khan. Leader of the Mongols. And energy and essence, and obviously within reason. You don't need to be like a complete psychopath going around kicking people around. But regarding like your own like ambitions and life goals and whatever, if you want, like, let's just say you have like a goal of becoming like a musician, you have that goal. Other people are gonna try and like, there are gonna be like roadblocks, you know what I mean? There's like the destination is to become a musician. That might be your destination, but there's gonna be like roadblocks, other people saying that you're not good enough or whatever, all these roadblocks. And that's where your masculine energy comes in. You use that masculine energy, that drive that you have inside of you, to push away the roadblocks and to get to the destination that you need to get to becoming like a famous musician, whatever it may be. The masculine energy, that is all about, like, the masculine essence and energy is all about being confrontational, aggressive, assertive, being a conqueror. That is the male fundamental, is being a conqueror. All men are born conquerors. I 100% do think so. It's just that later on in life, a lot of us, we tend to become emasculated. We tend to become like more like kind of like cocked in so many different sorts of ways. Especially when I was little, when I used to go to school, but get my like testicles crushed in by my tight school pants, and then you're forced to like submit to the teacher. And then if you show any signs of like confrontationalness and aggression or whatever, you get put in the timeout corner and stuff. But obviously you shouldn't be too confrontational, but still, it's so important, guys, that you develop a conqueror's mindset, especially if you're a young man. Being a conqueror, being someone like Genghis Khan, not in a literal sense, but regarding like related to like business, related to like life in general, related to any sort of like entrepreneurship or any other sort of endeavor, harnessing that Genghis Khan energy, knowing what you want and taking what you want at the right moment of time. That's so important. Not just being a pushover, a doormat for other people to walk over. And also your voice. I know me for sure, as a man, you probably want to develop a very strong... Guys, basically, guys, when I was younger, people were just like hitting me all the time, and I had to fend for my life, and I had sold it to slavery, and I had to ride horses and kill dozens of people, guys, and I shot arrows at people, and I took women away and I raped them and stuff, and I did all these atrocious things, guys. And nowadays people still remember me as like people see me as like some type of heroic, legendary figure, and that is quite honestly a little bit too much. But I did all these insane things back then. I killed people, I cut the Chinese people in half, and I did all these things, and I banged up a lot of women, and I made new bloodlines, and I raped people, and I terrorized people. And you probably have a bit of my blood in you because of the rape fests that were happening in the Middle Ages after I took over territory and conquered land. And that is me, Chinggis Khan. Chinggis Khan. Not Genghis, Chinggis Khan. And I did all these insane things, and I was beating people up, and I was taking women and making families. Guys, you gotta be more like me, guys. Chinggis Khan. Like, demanding like respectful voice. You want to like dampen your voice, really develop a strong masculine voice. That's actually very important as well. Becoming more masculine in general, lifting weights, training weights, exercising, all of that is so important. Nowadays, a lot of us, we tend to be emasculated. We grow up as like wimps because of like the way we're raised, and we grow up as wimps, and we let other people walk all over us. Especially if you're a young man, you might be, or a teenager or a kid, you might be getting pushed around, bullied. That is horrible, and that is your fault. You should have like practiced like some sort of combat ability. You should have been training weights, punching bags, or whatever, fighting people, getting that type of like male aggression out. That male aggression is so important. But a lot of us, when we're younger, we tend to like just get our testicles crushed in by our teachers and our parents, and we tend to like grow up as wimps, and that's like quite a tragedy indeed. Being a conqueror, being someone like Genghis Khan is very much important, guys. Or should I say you, not guys, because I'm talking to you here, whoever you are that's watching this video, the one person that's watching this video. This is like a very special one-on-one. I'm talking to you. You gotta have to get it in you to get more masculine energy, to become stronger as a person, to become more demanding, assertive, confrontational. That is what it's all about. What else is there? You know what I mean? you're just gonna be a doormat for the rest of your life. Let other people walk all over you. Horrible. Being a conqueror, that is what the masculine energy, the male essence is all about. Guys, look at me, guys. Chinggis Khan. Not Genghis, Chinggis Khan. Leader of the Mongols, guys, and I banged up a lot of women, guys, and I became a legendary warrior, and millions of people come from my testes and my little meat flat sack and my sausage roll, and because I banged so many women up and I banged them up so hard, and now they all come from my little nut sack and my little thingy between my pants, because I was banging so many women, guys. Guys, Chinggis Khan is how you pronounce it, leader of the Mongols, guys, and I was chasing down the enemy tribe and I was wiping them out, and guys, bro, do you know how many people I killed, guys? I killed so many people, guys. I killed so many people, guys, that I had an effect on the pollution level, the ozone layer or whatever. That's because I killed so many people, guys, and that is why the world is less shitty now. Because I killed people, and that's what you gotta do to make the world better, guys. Follow me, Genghis Khan.